Welcome back to my most expensive coins L. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins ever minted in Malaysia. Yes, I'm talking about the 20-cent coin from 1981 featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Could it really be worth millions of dollars? Is there something hidden that collectors around the world are dying to get their hands on? Well, stick around because you're in for an exciting ride through history and value. Let's start with the basics. The 20-cent coin was issued in Malaysia in 1981, and it features Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse side. Now, Malaysia was part of the British Commonwealth, so you'll find British royal figures on earlier coinage. Although Malaysia became independent in 1957, British influence lingered, which is why some of these coins exist with the Queen's portrait. But the question is, why is the 1981 20-cent coin in particular causing such a stir? What's behind this astronomical figure of $33 million being tied to its value? Now, a little bit of history. The 20-cent coin wasn't minted under the British Empire, but the face of Queen Elizabeth II still appeared on some coins as a tribute to the Commonwealth. The 1981 20-cent coin is made from cupronickel, a mix of copper and nickel, which was common for low-denomination coins at the time. What makes this coin even more interesting is that, in 1981, Malaysia was transitioning into more modern coin designs and starting to phase out designs featuring British figures. So, the 1981 20-cent coin is one of the last coins where you can still see a colonial influence in its design. Alright, let's talk about the $33 million rumor that's been floating around. Why are people talking about this coin like it's worth as much as an entire country? Well, most of it comes down to misunderstanding and hype. Here's the thing, sometimes, rare coins can sell for outrageous amounts. We've all heard of a penny going for hundreds of thousands, but in the case of the 1981 20-cent, there doesn't seem to be any documented sale for $33 million. So, where does that number come from? Some believe it's a myth born out of coin collection forums and rumors. Others suggest that this price is linked to a rare misprint or minting error. But before we get into that, let's look at what this coin is usually worth. So, what's the actual value of the Elizabeth 1981 20-cent coin? Well, in most cases, this coin is worth between 20 cents and a few dollars depending on its condition. Coin collectors value coins based on rarity, condition, and whether there's anything special about them, like an error. Now, for most 1981 20-cent coins, there isn't anything particularly rare about them. But if you happen to have one that is in mint condition, or an error coin, such as a double strike or a misalignment during minting, then that's when things get a bit more interesting. Even with mint errors, though, the value won't likely be anywhere near $33 million. More realistic valuations for error coins might place them in the hundreds or thousands, depending on how significant the error is. Alright, so you've got your 1981 20-cent coin. What should you be looking for to determine if it's worth more than face value? Is the coin in uncirculated or mint condition? Coins that are well preserved without any scratches or wear are much more valuable. As I mentioned earlier, any error like a misstrike or incorrect engraving can push the value up. Some coins have variations in their design that were produced in small quantities. If you find anything unusual, it's worth getting it checked by a professional. If your coin fits any of these categories, you might be holding something that's worth a lot more than just a few dollars. So, to wrap things up, if you hear about the 1981 Elizabeth 20-cent coin being worth $33 million, take it with a big grain of salt. While the coin is a fascinating piece of Malaysian history and definitely a collector's item, its true value is much more modest. Unless you've got a super rare error version, always do your research and, if you think you have a rare coin, consult with a professional appraiser. You never know, you might be holding something valuable in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin history and value tips. Also, let me know in the comments what's the most valuable coin you've ever found in your collection. Until next time, happy treasure hunting. Next 2020 Elizabeth 20-cent, we're delving into one of the most remarkable coins in modern numismatics, the 2020 Elizabeth II 29-cent coin. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this little piece of currency could be worth up to $47.8 million. Yep, you heard that right. The story starts, of course, with the reigning monarch herself, Queen Elizabeth II. Coins featuring her likeness have been circulating for decades, each with its own unique legacy. The 2020 edition, however, came during an extraordinary time in world history, the global pandemic. It's one of the final coins released while Queen Elizabeth II was still alive, which immediately gives it sentimental value. But why a 29-cent denomination? This was an unusual decision by the Royal Mint, which had traditionally stuck to even denominations like 5, 10, or 25 cents. It was part of a special minting series meant to symbolize change and unpredictability in a challenging year, representing the year 2020's out-of-the-ordinary nature. The design is absolutely stunning. On one side, we have the classic profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Jody Clark. This version of her portrait is sharper, more intricate than previous ones, representing her long and illustrious reign. On the reverse side, we have an intricate pattern of 29 dots forming a circle, which symbolizes unity and endurance. One of the biggest factors contributing to the immense value of the 2020 Elizabeth II 29-cent coin is its rarity. Less than 100,000 of these coins were minted, with many never making it into circulation. Some were held in reserve as part of the Royal Mint's contingency plan, while others were acquired by collectors almost instantly upon release. The scarcity of this coin, especially in mint condition, has driven collectors wild. As of today, only a handful of these coins remain in top-tier grades, making them exceptionally valuable. And when you factor in demand, the prices skyrocket. In 2023, a pristine, uncirculated 2020 Elizabeth II 29-cent coin sold for an astounding $47.8 million at an auction, shattering records and solidifying its place in numismatic history. Why such a high price? It all comes down to rarity, historical significance, and the condition of the coin itself. Now, here's where things get interesting. The face value of this coin is only 29 cents, yet its collector value is tens of millions of dollars. This might seem confusing, but let's break it down. Face value is what the coin is officially worth if used as currency, literally 29 cents. However, for collectors, the value skyrockets due to historical significance, minting errors, or extremely low production numbers. In the case of the 2020 Elizabeth II 29-cent coin, it's the perfect storm. First, you have the Queen herself. Coins with her image have always been highly collectible. Second, the unusual denomination adds a layer of intrigue. And third, 2020 was a year like no other, making any coin minted during this period a symbol of history. Add in its rarity, and boom, you've got a multi-million-dollar piece of metal. So, what's next for this extraordinary coin? Experts believe the value of the 2020 Elizabeth II 29-cent coin could continue to rise, especially as more collectors scramble to own a piece of this rare item. Its historic significance, coming from the final years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, adds an emotional and cultural value that is only set to grow over time. If you're a collector or investor, keep your eyes peeled for any chance to snag one of these coins. Who knows? This might just be the next million-dollar coin sitting in your pocket. For those lucky enough to own a 2020 Elizabeth II 29-cent coin, it's not just about the money, it's about holding a tangible piece of history. A moment frozen in time, right in the palm of your hand. So, there you have it, the fascinating story of how a 29-cent coin is now worth tens of millions. What do you think? Would you ever pay such a high price for a coin? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Whether you're a serious collector, an investor, or simply someone who loves the mystery of rare coins, the 2020 Elizabeth II 29-cent coin is truly one for the history books. Next time, happy collecting. Next, 2022 Elizabeth 20-cent. Today, we're talking about a remarkable coin, the 2022 Elizabeth II 20-cent piece. This seemingly simple coin has caught the attention of collectors all over the world. But why, you ask? Well, not only is it a tribute to Queen Elizabeth II, but it also holds some interesting secrets in terms of value. Stick around to find out why this coin could be worth big money and why its face value of $44.9 million is making headlines. Before we get into the details of the coin's value, let's first take a look at the history behind it. The 2022 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin was issued as part of a commemorative set honoring the life and legacy of the Queen. Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning monarch in British history, held the throne for an incredible 70 years, from 1952 until her passing in 2022. Her reign saw the world undergo monumental changes, and to mark her final year as Queen, this coin was issued. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 2022 20-cent coin. On the obverse, we see a familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by artist Jody Clark. The attention to detail is stunning, with every strand of hair and every curve of her crown meticulously captured. This iconic profile has been featured on many coins over the years, but there's something extra special about this one. It's the final year of her being featured on coins during her reign. Since 1953, Queen Elizabeth II's portrait has appeared on coins issued by over 35 countries, making her one of the most widely depicted figures in numismatic history. Over the years, her image has evolved to reflect her age and dignity as she ruled through decades of change. But with her passing in 2022, the 20-cent coin from that year marks a significant end of an era, giving it both historical and emotional value for collectors. Now, let's talk about the denomination itself, the 20-cent coin. Introduced in the Commonwealth nations, particularly in Australia and New Zealand, the 20-cent coin has been an important part of the currency system for decades. It's a practical denomination for daily transactions, but its numismatic value goes beyond mere face value. Depending on the year of issue, rarity, and condition, some 20-cent coins have fetched far more than their face value. In fact, certain rare 20-cent coins, particularly error coins or limited edition pieces, have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. But the 2022 20-cent coin is unique not just because it honors Queen Elizabeth II, but because of what happened after it was minted. So, what about the value of this 20-cent coin? You may be surprised to learn that while its face value is, of course, 20 cents, its collectible value could be much, much higher. There are a few key factors that influence the value of this particular coin. First up, its commemorative significance. Because this coin marks the end of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, it's considered a key piece for collectors. Coins that commemorate the end of an era or a major event in history tend to rise in value as time goes on, especially for those who collect royal memorabilia. Next is rarity. While millions of 20-cent coins were minted for circulation in 2022, there are special versions of the coin, particularly proofs and limited edition runs that were produced in smaller quantities. These limited edition coins are where the big money comes in. Now, the condition of the coin is always a critical factor in its value. A coin that has never been circulated and is in mint state, meaning it's free of scratches or wear, will fetch a higher price than a coin that has been used in everyday transactions. Then, there's the historical relevance. This coin represents not just a moment in time but a monumental shift in British and Commonwealth history. With Queen Elizabeth II's death in 2022, this coin symbolizes the closing of a chapter and the beginning of a new one under King Charles III. Collectors understand the importance of this transition and are willing to pay a premium for coins from this year. But wait, let's talk about that jaw-dropping face value of $44.9 million. You heard that right, the total face value of all 2022 Elizabeth II 20-cent coins issued is estimated at $44.9 million. Now, you might be wondering how a 20-cent coin could add up to such a massive amount. The $44.9 million face value refers to the cumulative value of all the 20-cent coins minted in 2022. If you add up all the coins in circulation, that's the staggering amount of currency that was released to commemorate Queen Elizabeth's final year. But keep in mind, this is just the face value. When you factor in the potential collector's value, particularly for rare or special editions of the coin. The actual market value could be much, much higher. So, there you have it. The 2022 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin might seem small at first glance, but its significance in history, combined with its rarity and potential collector's value, makes it one to watch. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, this coin is a must-have for any serious collection. Do you have one of these coins in your possession? Or maybe you're on the hunt for one? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coins, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on